Welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6. First of all, um, I noticed that we have Magnus established in Dortmund because we have cleared all the jungle and forest around this city. But, except for this tile here, it's a rainforest tile. So, if we just look at Dortmund under a vacuum, like alone as it is, it makes sense to send a worker here to remove this jungle tile, the jungle before sending Magnus away from Dortmund. But since we don't have any workers nearby, we would either have to send a worker here from somewhere else in our empire, or we would have to build a new worker. But Magdeburg is our worker building city. And the closest workers that we have are at Nuremberg and London. In fact, those two workers are the only workers that we have. Sorry, they're called builders in our empire right now. So, I think it makes sense to move Magnus to Nuremberg, just because the builders are close to Nuremberg, and Nuremberg is one of the cities that still needs its aqueduct built, and the forest is occupying the aqueduct tile. So, would we then, after we have cleared the forest at Nuremberg, would we then send back Magnus to Dortmund? Not necessarily, because this rainforest is in range of Mainz, so I could actually send Magnus to Mainz at a later stage, because Mainz still has some new tiles under its sphere, under its range, that needs clearing. For example, this rainforest tile here. This is a forest tile near a river, so we could build a lumber mill here. On the other hand, this tile has two adjacent districts, so we might want to. We can have the option open to maybe have a district here. We'll see about that. But it doesn't hurt. Until then, it doesn't hurt to build a lumber mill there. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is to send Magnus to Nuremberg. Getting the aqueduct is usually very important. Right now, because it hinders its growth, right? Because it doesn't have fresh water. But on the other hand, Nuremberg is already growth capped by amenities. So getting more population in our cities is not an immediate priority. In fact, getting amenities is much higher priorities. Also, one more reflection is that we actually have quite a few. If we look at our cities, all our cities currently are sim sitting. I mean, they're building stuff that will improve either their own city or the empire as a whole. And we even have multiple wonder productions. Of the wonder productions that we are building, I would say Forbidden City is the most important one, and it completes in 6 turns. We should be able to get that one. We have also spent engineer charge on getting Forbidden City completed. Some more reflections. I think it's soon it should be time to... I mean, we could build some more settlers. We have one city spot reserved here, the south. And it's safe to settle this spot now. Our army has passed this point, so America can't threaten this tile. Also, I think it's time to start thinking about how we should settle this tundra. This here it has formed kind of like a cauldron with mountains around it, and actually some fertile land here, not non-tundra tiles. Of course, here we're gonna have one or two cities. Here is iron. Here is yeah, well, it's a volcano. So here actually has potential to get fertility. So we have quite a few interesting tundra tiles here with resources and hills. Yeah, so this is an interesting area. This is an interesting area. I don't know about this coastline here. It might be underwhelming. We also have to think about how to put our districts. For example, we notice how London's districts are reaching out to its northwest. It could make sense to have a city along this coastline here, just to meet up with London's districts. You know how we like to put districts in clusters, right? I mean, do we have any interesting tiles here? I mean, we have crabs and fish within range of this tile. This tile is 4 tiles away from London. There's some forest tiles here. But other than that, quite not so interesting. Yeah, I don't know how good that is. And this coastline is not very interesting either. How should we settle down here? I like to settle on bad tiles. But still, I mean, I don't want to settle here because this tile doesn't reach the fertile tiles. But the closest bad tile that still reaches the fertile tiles is this one. This tile reaches all the tiles in this fertile cauldron. And this city could have a companionship with the districts. Let's say that its clusters, the district cluster is up here in this poor landscape, tundra and ice landscape. Then it could have a sister city at this coast here. We could place it there or there. What type of tiles are these? Are they tundra or ice? The tundra. So when we place a city along the coast, we want to place it in a way that it can have a harbor adjacent to it. And the harbor should also be adjacent to a fish resource. Why? Let's discover that. So it gets adjacency bonus plus 1 gold from every 2 adjacent district tiles. That's like that's the same for all districts. Well, most districts. Plus 1 gold for each adjacent coastal resource tile. That fish and crabs and amber and pearls and stuff like that. Basically all resources that appear in the ocean or coast. Plus 2 gold from each adjacent city center tile. This is why you want to have the city center on the coast, on the coastline, so you can have the harbor next to it. So yeah, so having the harbor here, that means we need to have the city in this location or this location. This location, which I'm pointing at now, putting the marker on, it reaches this sheep. It also reaches this fish, of course, but it reaches this sheep. This location does not reach the sheep, but it still reaches the fish. On the other hand, this location reaches more of these hills over here. Well, it reaches this hill. Also, it reaches this sheep, which this it doesn't reach. But it seems to me that I could fit one more city around here to grab these sheep. Like here, for example, maybe. I haven't explored these tiles, but probably it's a mountain range here. But let's say that this city location is a given. This is declared given. How can we then place our districts? It's always nice to have a commercial hub on the river. On the other hand, we want a diamond shape with the commercial hubs and Hansas, right? So what we could do, we have a diamond here. We also have a diamond here. But we also want the Hansas to be in range of, like, adjacent to resources. And in this diamond, these 4 tiles, they're not adjacent to any resources. These, if we place a Hansa in this location, we are adjacent to the iron, so that's always something. Another way to do this would be to have this location as a campus site. Of course, there are better campus sites, but these tiles are great for working them. Actually, if you look at campus, I noticed that we have a what's it called? Geothermal fissure and campus. Let's see here. Plus 2 science from each adjacent geothermal fissure tile. So what we want to do is have them. We want the campus near these geothermal fissure tiles. But the problem here is that we want the Hansa diamond over here. And we also want district adjacency for our campus sites. So we want the diamond close to these campuses, which means close to the geothermal fissures. So I see a diamond shape here. I also see a diamond shape here, but that's maybe too close. We want 2 campus sites, right? So we can place 1 campus site there, and we can place 1 campus site there. Oh, wrong marker. I mean, this could also be a campus site. We can only have 3, but I mean 2, because we're gonna have 2 cities here. but maybe it makes more sense to have these two. So, what should we go with here? I think we can have the diamond either this shape or this shape. We want as few hills as possible, but we're gonna have one hill on the diamond shape. However, we're gonna do it. But if we do the diamond like this, we're gonna have we actually, if we do the diamond like this, we have two spots for Hansas, because we have the iron there, which gives. On the other hand, this wheat also gives adjacency. So we could do this diamond, for example. This works. So, and this is good if we have these, but yeah, we want this campus, right? So then it makes more sense to have this campus rather than this. This site actually looks great for Hansa, but yeah. Hmm. I mean, this works. This works. Another option would be to have it like I'm gonna do now. So I can have the diamond like this instead. No, this has to be commercial hub then. This has to be a Hansa. And this goes away. But this is not as good. Here is one of the Hansas get bonus resource adjacency. This doesn't. In the other configuration, we had both of the Hansas with adjacency. Yeah. So maybe we go with the other configuration. The previous one. The problem with the previous one is that we have to chop two forests in different cities to make it possible. Which require like 2 sessions of Magnus if we were gonna min-max it. So, Hansa there, commercial hub there, eat this, and Hansa there. As it turns out, okay, so both of these campuses will benefit from this this policy card rationalism, because they need at least 3 adjacency bonus, and this campus here will have 4 adjacency bonus, 2 from each geothermal fissure, and this will have 3 adjacency bonus, 2 from the geothermal fissure and 2 from district adjacency. Well, 1 from district adjacency bonuses. We also notice that this tile here is okay for this tile is okay for district. It's also a hill, so it's worth quite a bit. So we don't want to waste this tile with some bad district. We want some district that, I mean, a campus from another city. I mean, what if we settle? This is a mountain, right? Yeah, this is a mountain, so I can't settle this tile. Yeah, I probably just have to have yeah, I'm gonna settle with these two cities. This is gonna be fine. So, I mean, if we're gonna have cities over here, we can let the city be in the left spot. But if we're not gonna have cities over here, the city should be in the right spot, I think. Reaches more good tiles that way. And we haven't scouted this yet, so I'm just gonna send my warrior here. Don't I have some chariots over here as well? I thought I did. Anyways, yeah, here's my chariot. Let's see if we can get there faster. No, we probably can't. So I notice also that I have not so many build charges left. I have 5 on this one, this worker, and 2 on this worker. I need total 3 from 3 chops. And here's a hill that to mine. And some farmlands here maybe. Well, these 2 are farmlands. This is an aqueduct. Another thing, we have a government. We have new policy cards to choose now. And as such, it's the last turn for land surveyors. So this means that I'm gonna empty my treasury again. And this time I'm just gonna buy cheap tiles. I don't think there are any tiles that are of immediate concern. Maybe this campus, but it's a pretty bad campus site, so maybe it's not. Well, I think any tile in the second radius makes sense to purchase. Maybe even like this tile here. But let's see first if there are any mandatory expansions. We have wine already, right? We have wine here, yeah. And we have whales already. This is a good tile to buy. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of tiles in this. These 2 tiles could be worth purchasing, because this means that I can make triangles of farmlands. Like the farmlands can help each other. On the other hand, as we said, spices. Do we have spices? Yeah, we have spices in mines. It's settled on spices, yeah. So this is not necessary to purchase. This city will not give any more luxuries. We have jade and we have wine. Will these cities give any more? No. Yeah, so we're a bit in a pickle in terms of amenities actually. I should probably step up my entertainment game. Yeah, see, I have these. Maybe Ashen needs to get these. Where is Ashen expanding? Its borders. Doesn't show. Yeah. So let's purchase some tiles. I'm gonna start like this. Purchase tile. And then I'm just gonna move to the next city like this. So each purchase will cost 100 gold. I'm not sure what happens if since it's 8 turn to border growth. If I purchase this, it doesn't have any other second ring tile to go to. Will these will these culture investments carry over perfectly to the next ring? This is one element of the game that I am not totally sure of. It should, but what if I waste it because it's a different radius? I'm not sure. Actually, this could be a good moment to experiment it. So let's see here. Now it's halfway full. The third ring costs like maybe 50% more culture per tile to expand into. It at least it seems that it costs 50% more gold to purchase. So it's about halfway through here. So if I purchase this tile, it should continue on. So next turn I will see if it continues in the third radius here, and then about approximately a little more than a third of it should be full then. So if it takes, for example, this tile, a little bit more than a third of this like graphical that it shows how much it has filled. Like here you can see how it's halfway full. Anyway, I'm gonna purchase this tile now and move to the next city in the order. Same thing here. I'm not sure that I want to do this experiment in 2 cities at once. So I'm gonna let Magdeburg be. Same thing here. This is the last tile of the second ring. No, it's not. I have tiles here to purchase. So I'm gonna purchase this tile. But this is a coast tile. I'm not sure that I want to purchase coast tiles. This has a bunch of tiles to purchase. Well, a bunch. I don't know about that, but it has this one. Actually, it makes sense to purchase tiles in Heidelberg because I'm gonna move Magnus here eventually, and it wouldn't hurt if I had natural expansion into these rainforest tiles here. By that point, so maybe I will purchase these second ring tiles for 100 gold, even though they're coast tiles. But I'm gonna cycle through my cities first to see if there are any more obvious choices. I mean, I could purchase this one. Berlin. I mean, Berlin is gonna grow into a mountain range. It doesn't. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. One turn until border growth. Here, we might want to purchase tiles like this one, these two, or just this one. I'm gonna purchase. See, the money didn't last very long that I had. Yeah, so we cycled through now our cities, and now I'm gonna purchase here, I think. Does it make sense? Yeah. So, there we go. Now we can change policies, policy cards. So we want to reflect on what to build here now. What are we building currently? We like I said before, we're building basically wonders. We're building districts and district buildings. That's all we're building right now. So, but the question is, do we want to like these two economic policies are so great to have. Also, we have a new one here, triangular trade, which gives +4 gold for each trade route, and we have 8 trade routes. And eventually we will have like 1 trade route in each city, for each city that we have, +1 base, because we have we will have markets in every city, and or lighthouses. Um, so this will give us at the moment 32 gold per turn, and I think that might even be better than town charters. I'm not sure about that. We could actually look it up how much adjacency bonus. So this earns 6 gold, but is that including the market? No, it's 6 gold just for its. Can it be just for its? No, it's because we have the policy card. It has 2 gold adjacency bonus from the river and 1 gold adjacency bonus for 2. So here in this Magdeburg, we earn 3 gold per turn from the policy card, the 100% adjacency bonus, and so 3 gold is less than 4 gold, right? Magdeburg, this is contributing 1 trade route, this commercial hub. So actually the this trade route policy card is better than town charters. That doesn't mean that I won't use town charters. I might use town charters anyway. But notice how some of my commercial hubs are not built along rivers. Like this one, for example. Well, this one has a lot of adjacency bonuses from districts. It has, but right now, when it's built, it will only have 1 adjacency bonus, 1 from the government district. This one has only 1 adjacency bonus. So yeah, because we're building commercial hubs in a non-river tiles often. Here, the same thing here. This town charters is actually a little bit worse for Germany than for other civilizations with the same number of commercial zones, because we're building commercial zones in non-river squares, because we have to build these, we have to feed Hansas with them, so to speak. So we're gonna go with triangular trade. And what else? Conscription is a given. I don't think we need to build any more units right now. We don't have any interesting unit types to build. I mean, we could build muskets to get the boost for square rigging. I will probably do that after Taj Mahal. I mean, Alhambra is completed. I might build some musketmans then and get some kill. Like you just need to do 1 kill with it, and you get the boost. Yeah. And there is this one, own 3 musketmen. So I will build exactly 3 musketmen. I won't build a single musketman more than that. Probably. Never know. Also, yeah, so I won't have. Shall I keep the 100% defensive building policy? I don't want to start building boats yet, because boats are coming with cartography caravels. It comes in 4 turns. So maybe next time. Maybe I will keep limes here. I noticed that we're actually only building walls in 1 city, but that might change. Maybe I will build walls when these are completed. Not sure yet. We'll see. So I might keep limes there. Yeah. I don't think there are. After the war, we might have retainers to give amenities in our cities. So I'm gonna keep it like this, and this goes there. So the question now is, do I fill the rest with them? Shall I start building workers in Magdeburg? I mean, no. Workers come after civil engineering, so I'm gonna hold off workers until civil engineering is here. So, shall I just get great people points now? Like this. Maybe great writers. So I have... Yeah. There is no real good amenity source yet. So I'm probably gonna go with this. Question is the commercial hub policy card better than the great merchant points? Not so sure. How much is a great merchant point worth? It's probably better. But do I remove? Yeah, I remove great writer. I like merchants. I also like great engineers, but Germany will get most of the great engineers anyway. Okay. Policy cards are set. I notice how I've actually not moved a single unit, and I've also already 37 minutes into this video. But usually it's like this. Decisions are what takes time in this game. Moving units take much less time. When you've already made up your decisions, so to speak. So this great merchant goes here, because this will finish in one turn, and then I will complete this special activation. In 5 turn Magnus comes, so just gonna move my workers here towards this Nuremberg. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So, next turn. Will I lose this crossbowman now? Oh, there was a worker as well. Oh, we're surviving. He shot 3 different units for me. This is good for me. I would like this actually, and I'm gonna take production. No, gold. And shall I force this on me? The chosen player receives +1 trade route capacity. It is my dedication, my era dedication, to have to get complete trade routes. I could probably force it on me with enough investment. Is it worth it? +5 votes. Is anyone gonna spend more than that? I spent 100. He could spend. Oh. What happens if John Curtin puts 100, like 5 upvotes for himself as well? He's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. Am I spending too much on this? This is more risky. But it's 4 upvotes. I mean, what do they think of each other? How friendly are they? Are they gonna vote for each other? He is friends with both the Roosevelt and Eleanor. What about Roosevelt? He's friend also with those, so they're all buddies with each other. Maybe 4 votes is enough. Maybe like gotta go with 4 votes. Cost me 60 diplomatic favors. The votes become increasingly more expensive each time you, like for each more vote that you put into it. So you only want to do this if it's an important one. No. Look at this. John Curtin votes 4 votes for Eleanor. And Roosevelt votes 3 votes for John Curtin. But why did she win? We both, I mean, unless one of these unmet players voted for Eleanor. Hmm. So military units cost minus 50% reduction. That is not good for me. I mean, I already have a large standing army. I don't need to produce that many more units. Unless I hit a new like level of tech. Okay. I'm a bit disappointed in this, I must admit. This outcome here. I'm gonna disappoint the audience here and continue shoot my crossbows in the next video. So stay tuned. Who will die this turn? Maybe this one. Will he survive? It's a very brave crossbowman standing here next to in the front line, alone, defending America. Okay, see you in the next video.